So, um, when I'm not feeling well, which has been recently, I try to, push my mind away from my body and how I'm feeling to other things, right? And I try to learn about other things happening in the world, and see what's happening and the people influencing people nowadays. And lots of things are making a lot of sense to me. And I have my opinions of both my own experiences growing up and what I'm seeing as a young adult in 2022. We are in very, very critical times when it comes to personal life, relationships, family. I realized that there are lots of people saying things online that we should not be listening to. And I'm talking both for men and women. I learned something a long time ago, and I'm gonna say it again now, and it is, just because it sounds right doesn't mean it's right. Just because it sounds good doesn't mean it's good. A lot of people influencing you are influencing you based off their own personal experiences. Because the truth is, you can't give what you don't have. You would never be able to give what you don't have. There are lots of people coming up online talking about how a man should behave to a woman and how a woman should behave to a man, and how parents should be with their kids and how kids should be with their parents, and how society should be with. Listen, we're getting out of control. We are. I'm not realizing this. Money is being pushed a lot more now than healthy relationships. In fact, in lots of families, mothers, fathers would rather push their sons to have children without getting married, to the girl. They'll keep the child, but they don't like the girl that the child came from. But they'd rather they have a grandchild than a daughter-in-law or a son-in-law. It is very crazy to me. Forgetting that children take the traits of their parents. I did not understand this at all till I had my nephew, and I understand it totally, because I see a lot of traits from my sister in him, and I'm like, oh my god, this was not taught. he came out like this. It's funny, but then it got me thinking. A lot of you guys, and I'm very serious about it, a lot of you men are taking advice from broken men. I really pray that your eyes are open to the rubbish that is being spewed all over the internet, all in the name of motivation, or all in the name of relationship coaches and teachings. People are damaging you unknowingly, and you're seeing it as fact. people are telling you that relationships are not worth fighting for, and if this person says she wants to go, you should let her go because another person will come. There's a narrative being pushed of there's a lot of fish in the sea. This is being pushed for men and this is being pushed for women. And it's crazy to me that we are taking this narrative and we are fighting ourselves, all because of a bunch of men and women who are still in their learning processes themselves, coming to act as influencers and coaches without the right certificates. Let me say this. I would never say I am an expert of something if really I'm not. I've always loved to talk about relationships. Number one, for my own self, because I'm learning for myself. And when I say relationships, I don't just mean romantic relationships. I mean relationships with friends, with family, with, people, because I realized that at some point in my life, I stopped knowing how to make friends, how to be around people. And I have to work on where that started from and how I can get out of it and push with my life, right? We forget that we're in an age where everybody has phones and you can easily prop your phone up. You don't even need to buy lots of light. You can go outside in the sunlight and say whatever you want to say. And if it sounds good, then people will take it, We have lots of people spewing rubbish, and I mean rubbish. I don't mean it in a nice way. I mean it in the actual way that it is. Spewing rubbish, all in the name of this is how men are, and this is how women are, and this is how it should be, and no. A lot of our parents did not get it right, whether we like it or not, and it's not their fault. They acted based on what they knew, right? And for the ones that actually try to work on themselves, when you hear these people speaking, there is a distinct difference, right? I was watching somebody this evening, and I don't know, recently when I hear something, I know something is not right, or I'm not getting the right words to, be able to explain to myself first, because I always want to explain to myself first. I always want to know it for myself first. What is it about this thing I'm hearing that is not sounding right to me? And what is it about this thing that I'm hearing that is sounding right to me? And this man was saying something about if a woman tells him she wants to leave and he loves her. No, he started by saying he has lost lots of good women. And I underlined that. He knew they were good women. He has lost lots. I underlined the lots and good women. This is what he said. This is not what I'm saying. This is what he said. And he did not go back for any of them. When they said they wanted to leave, he told them, leave, go. He used the effort, get the beep out, right? And it has kept his respect. So he can hit up, this is according to him, he can hit up any of his exes and he still has his respect. No, my definition of respect is very different. And this same person also says something about if a woman respects you enough, she would not leave, she will stick around. And that hit me, and I was like, oh my God. So you're saying you you're allowed to be however you want, right? You're allowed to do whatever you want. And this woman she's not allowed to do what she wants, or she's not allowed to ask you for the attention and the love and all of this. And if she's tired of asking and asking and asking, and she realizes that, you know what, this is not for me, and she leaves, that is you keeping your respect, because you did not, or you were not willing to be a man. Because what is being, defined as being a man nowadays, I'm sorry, but it's not what a man is as far as I'm concerned, right? Now, I always go to comment sections when I see videos like this, because I like to see where the world is at. And in a sea, and when I say a sea, I mean a sea. In a sea of, lots of men agreeing with him, being like, yes, 100%, you're a true mentor, you're a true this and that. And in the back of my head, I always say, you don't think you know this person. You know nothing about this person at all. You know absolutely nothing about this person. All you know is this face and this mouth and this camera. That's all you know. You do not know this person. You do not know his real life. As we've seen from a lot of these people, over time the truth comes out. Now, I saw a couple of comments, and I had to screenshot them to see. These are comments that I think sort of resonated with me, and I agree with. Cody James said, show them you don't care equals gaining respect. No, that's not how it works. But I understand not wanting to be vulnerable, cause you want to win all the time, cause of your ego. A lot of men are taught to build their ego, to feed their ego. You should not be vulnerable, because if you're vulnerable, women will not respect you. And if I'm being very honest, a large chunk of my fellow women have made this to be a possibility. Even mothers, where your son can come and tell you, Mom, this is how I'm feeling. And I think, this is what I think. I think most people, most women, do not even know how to react to a man being vulnerable. Right? And they expect for the man to know how to react to them to be vulnerable. It's a crazy world, right? And then one of the comments that also resonated with me was, I think this person saying truth or true and respect works both ways. Sometimes within reason you can compromise if you respect each other. It's not a one-way street. This is another thing. Relationships should never be a one-way street. Whether it is romantic, whether it's platonic and agape, whether it is with family, it can never be one way. This person has to be bringing 100%. This person has to be bringing 100%. And most of the time, we do not even realize what 100% is sometimes. Because some people believe that 100% has to be, if this person is bringing 100,000 naira or dollars, this person should be bringing 100,000 naira or dollars. That is a lie. And I would love for all of us to stop that lie. Most of the time in relationships, you don't see a lot of people in the same tax brackets and the same earning capabilities in relationships. Most of the time, this is just the truth. You can look at it statistically. Most of the time, that is not what it is. One person is always earning one or the other. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm saying most of the time, this is what it is, right? 100% can be if this month this person is feeling really down and you can see that this person is feeling down and they're not to their best self. 100% can be the other person being the, should I say, pillar? And this should happen both ways. If the woman is feeling down and she's feeling downtrodden and she's not being herself, and you know this person is not always like this, you know that your partner is not always like this, your friend is not always like this, your mother is not always like this, your brother, your sister is not always like this, right? And you know, oh, let me come in, let me step in this area. It can be as little as, you know, asking the person, what do you want me to do for you? What can I do to make you feel better? Or you can do what the person likes, you know? If you've been able to know with asking questions. I've heard a lot of times, and this comes from guys, that they don't like asking questions. They just like to observe and look at things. And I think that is very stupid, to say the least. But, you know, you should ask questions. In everything. You should ask questions. You should want knowledge on your partner. There are certain things that you will learn on your own, and it's not because this person is telling you to learn it on your own. It's just because it's just going to happen like that. You will notice things, you will see things, but there are things that you would have to ask questions. People who do not seek for knowledge are going to be failures. Anyways, I digress. You do things that a person likes. If you know your partner likes to watch a movie, my friend, you would not die if you sit and watch a movie with that person for an hour, right? Just sit down and be with that person at that time. That can make the person feel better. Behold the person. If you know this person likes to talk to the person. If they don't even want to talk, you can, okay babe, let's take a walk. Okay girl, guy, let's take a walk. Okay mom, let's take a walk. Sis, let's take a walk. My brother, let's take a walk. Oh, we're so much in our own heads. We're so selfish. We're so in our own business that even when people say they're sick, the first thing that comes to our head is selfishness. Oh, they're just doing this because they don't want to have to do their responsibility. Oh, you know you were supposed to do this today, but you picked the day of all days to say you're not feeling well or to be sick. We're so selfish. Like, oh my God. I saw something somewhere that in 2022, for people who seek acceptance and, you know, all of acceptance, actually, they're the most unaccepting human beings ever. We're so selfish. We say that's how we're brought up. A lot of you were brought up in the most toxic ways, and you refused to see it as toxic. To you, you see it as discipline. There's a big difference between discipline and toxicity. If you see somebody that is disciplined and the person is not toxic, that came from a good home, that taught him or her how the life is and how to live the life, but at the same time taught them about vulnerability, taught them about this is how you should treat people, this is how you should treat friends and families and relationships, this is how you should treat yourself. When you meet people like that, you can see the difference. They care about you. They will care about you. When they need to tell you the truth, they know telling the truth does not mean shattering somebody's spirit. But we're in a world where you say you want to tell the truth, but you have shattered this person from head to toe. Shattered, completely shattered. right? It is very crazy. And then I saw another comment. This was being very funny actually. This was being, I think this person was being direct and sort of, wanting to punch, but he said, I let them go. What are you gonna do? Hold them hostage? You were not being faithful. What do you expect? You want to do what you want. Tell them, get out because of your behavior. Sir, if they truly respected you, they would have never left. There are lots of things. There are some things I agree with. There are some things I don't agree with. Now, there's this one that hit me, and it said, ha ha ha. That means my younger brother is a bloody G. My mom threatened to leave once. My dad did not pay her mind, but my 4-year-old brother went straight to open the exit door for her to leave and then told her, Mommy, you can leave. And she never tried it again. Now, I know that there are women that do this to be manipulative, but I know that there are women as well that do this for their life, for the sake of their future, for the sake of their health, both physically, mentally, and emotionally. Right? I think, and I'm very serious, I really think all of us should really, one of these days, just go on your social medias if you have them and delete. Just delete certain people, certain pages, unfollow. It's gonna take you time, but do it. Do it. Certain pages that you are subscribed to on YouTube, get out of it. TikTok, oh my god. Try your best to streamline what you watch on TikTok. Facebook, the same thing. I streamline myself nowadays. I'm very careful about what I feed myself, feed my brain, feed my mind, because I want to be a whole human being. I want to be a whole human being. Number one, for myself first, and then for the people around me, and then for my generation to come, the children that will come out of me. I want to be able to teach them where I know a lot of things are lacking in the world. I want to be able to answer them directly on things that are the brainwashing systems going on in the world. We should all be very careful. Very careful. I'm gonna say it again. Just because it sounds right, just because it sounds good, does not mean it is good. I'm telling you. Watch yourselves. Watch yourselves. A lot of you have amazing people around you that want to be with you, and when I do these videos, I do it for myself as well, because I listen to myself over and over again, because I think sometimes these things hit me, and I I say some things that make sense sometimes, and then I have to re-listen to myself. Let me tell you something. You can never stop being a student of life. You have to continue being a student of life. If not, you fail, and you fail woefully. You fail incredibly. Let me tell you something. You can have money. You can have all the money in the world, right? Where you are so successful in your business, but then you're so unsuccessful in relationships, in family, in personal life. And you can be so successful in, let's say, in family, and then you're so unsuccessful with outside relationships with people, you know. And there are people that seem like they have it all together with both family and friends and business, and they're so unsuccessful with themselves, with being truthful with themselves. And then you hear this person has committed suicide, and you hear people saying things like, oh my god, I was laughing with him yesterday, oh my god, I was just with her yesterday and she was so full of life, she made everybody laugh, we were dancing and things like that, and she was talking to me and she was advising me. I think the same way you strive for excellence in your various businesses, in your various careers, whether it's blue collar, white collar, red collar, whatever hell collar you are wearing, whatever type of business you're into, corporate, entertainment, medical, whatever. The same way you strive for excellence in those things, strive for excellence in your personal life. Strive for excellence for the people that will work with you, that work around you. Believe me, it will help you a lot. A lot. A lot. So, continue being a student of life. Look at the systematic brainwash going on in the world. Before you join the world to clap back and cancel somebody, do your personal research. Okay? Some of you, God has blessed you with amazing people around you, but you're using your own hands. You're using your own dream. Oh my God, my dream. Oh my God, my this. And you are breaking bridges slowly. You're not doing it all at once, because if you were doing it all at once, you would know you're doing it unknowingly. Be careful. Be very careful. New people that come around you are good, but when you have old people that have been with you through thick and thin and have actually been there, I'm not talking about toxic, these are people that are there for you, bruh, look again. Look at those people. Look at those people. Look at those people. Look out for those people. Be careful who you listen to online. Be careful. Be very careful. Do your personal researches. Do your personal researches. And I don't mean just glide over Google and just, because Google is going to bring out what is most, searched about more than what you're looking for. For those of you who know, when you're looking for stuff on Google, sometimes you're looking for something very specific, it takes you a very long time before you find it, as if you don't find it. So do your own personal research. Go online. Use every social they call it, media application and thing you have. Search on Google, search on YouTube. YouTube can be pretty specific, so you can use YouTube. Search on Google. Go for books if you have a library, a good library around where you stay. And I'm being very honest. Go. If you can't go to a library, if you don't have libraries around, e.g. where I stay, I really don't know of any good libraries that have archives of books. Really search YouTube, really search Google. Go online for specific books, and sometimes you might not even know the names of books, so you can just go on, look for books, read on them. There are lots of books on YouTube that are actual books that have been turned to audiobooks, so you can listen to them if you can find the actual books, or look for, do your research. If all of us can be research heads and not just talk based off of what we see on the surface, we will go very far. Anyways, this was a very random video I had to do because like I said, I was watching something and I had to diverge from it and do this video. I've been watching lots of things. I can't sleep because of my medication and because of how I'm feeling, but that's alright. If I can, I will do more of these kinds of videos. I'm not promising. As you can see, there's no visuals because I don't want it to be about how I look. I just want to talk about this as I'm thinking about it. I'm not talking out of a book right now. I'm just, as it's coming to me, I will say it. So I have more things to talk about. Sorry about the noise in the background. I'm sleeping in my mom's room with my nephew and his nanny. There are other rooms in the house, but usually when it's just us in the house, we sleep in one room. So you're hearing their voices. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video or this audio. I hope you get to listen to it. Write your comments down below. I'd like to hear from you as well. Thank you. God bless you. Till next time. Bye.